Hey, what's up, everyone? And I'm pleased to say that I'm doing this trade recap totally sober today. No alcohol has passed my lips. So it's the 3rd of November. 2 more days, and it will be the 5th of November, which is a very significant day in the UK. It was many years ago there was a coup that they tried to blow up Parliament. So affectionately known as Guy Fawkes Day. That takes place on Saturday. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to have to stop saying that. It seems to be my catchphrase, doesn't it? That being said, we've had a green day, a very good green day today, which is just as well because we had a very bad red day yesterday. And we've almost made back the drawdown. So we lost $15,000 yesterday, just over $15,000. And we've had $14,500 day today. To be fair, I gambled after hours with one stock, well, only small size. I only took 100 shares, but it went in my favour. So I thought, okay, 100 shares, I can risk, a few quid, and maybe see what happens with it. I just wanted to trade. It, and I managed to make a little over $1,000 after hours as well. So happy days with that. But today I want to talk about Roku, which was the big loser yesterday. But I want to show the technical analysis on Roku was on point. I'll show you a couple of the trades. I'll show you one of the first trades I took on Roku. I'll show you the trade I took with Peabody, and I'll show you the trade I took with Moderna. I'll do those as trade replays just shortly. And other than that, we lost on Nvidia, we lost on Virax Biolabs, and we traded 6 stocks in total today. So traded Nvidia and Virax to the detriment of our account. We lost $3,000 on Nvidia. We lost $850 on Virax Biolabs, but we made $1,600 on Moderna. We made nearly $4,000 on Peabody. We made over $6,000 on Roku, and probably one of the scariest stocks I've ever traded, other than HKD, which is AMT Digital, HKD being the ticker. This is one of the scariest stocks I've ever traded. It's Huadi. The ticker HUDI, and the volatility was huge. The spreads were huge. It's moved humongous amounts across the course of today. Closing price yesterday was about $30, but it went up to over $150 today. So that's a 5x, so 400%. That was most of that was after a large portion of that was after hours. It went up to almost $90 into the close. It reached a volatility halt, and it was halted for 20 minutes into the close. After hours, I thought, I'm just going to take 100 shares. I could have taken 1,000 shares. I probably would have been too scary to do that. But if I'd taken 1,000, I could have taken probably 3,000 or 4,000 shares. But if I'd taken 1,000 shares, I would have been sat here with an additional 10,000 on top of the 14 that I already have. But I wasn't brave enough to take 1,000 shares. So let's talk about what we've traded today and when, and we can start with Moderna. So the first trade we took was Moderna pre-market. Let's zoom in and show where we actually got in. We got in here with Moderna, and on its move up, we rolled this up. Scalp, we got in here, and on this micro pullback, and then we got out up at the top. So just a quick scalp, $1,600. Happy days, well done, job done. Then we traded Virax Biolabs. So Virax Biolabs didn't go in our favor, and we traded this. I think it was, what time did we trade this? Just before 9 a.m. So it was moving up well, as you can see, and we got in here. We got this pullback. We look for flag formation, if you will. The candle make a new high, which was here. We got in here. Then we got the doji, which is an impending reversal signal, a reversal indicator, and it reversed, and we got out. So that cost us $850. Well, actually, it didn't cost us $850. That cost us, I think it was about $400. And then we tried again as consolidated. It then made a move up. So we got in here as it moved up, and then it pulled back, and we got out as it continued to pull back. So and we lost another $400. So we lost $450 here, and we lost $400 here. So that was Virax. We didn't trade that in the open market. We just left that alone. And in the open market, it sold off initially. And then it struggled to get over this 245 level. It kept coming up to 245 and tapping it, but it just didn't manage to get over 245 for the rest of the day. So let's talk about BTU, which was Peabody. So Peabody Energy. So a lot of energy stocks moved up today, and we look to get in on Peabody. So this started to move up. We got in here, and we was able to we got in here. We was chased the momentum. We got in here, micro pullback, and as it started to move back up again, it did pull back. So we added to the position, and then we got out up here, and we took profits. And as it pulled back, we kind of got this double top. Certainly on the 2 minute or the 5 minute, it was what known as the devil horns. And we saw this here, so we got it, and it pulled back, and it did try again later in the day, but we didn't trade that. We made nearly $4,000 on that move up, so that was an enjoyable trade. Then we traded Nvidia, and this pretty much wiped out the gains that we had. So we were still green, just barely with Nvidia, but then we traded Nvidia. And Nvidia wasn't kind to us, shall I say. It did move up nicely, and then if I'd held my position, I would have made some profit. So I was right in my assumption of it was moving up, but I wasn't brave enough to hold it long enough. So we had this move up. And then we got in here, pulled back, got in, and it then pulled further back, and we exited. We didn't like the look of it. So then it actually decided to make a move up. So we got in again. We took a little bit of profit, thought we were doing well, and then we added to our position up here, and it pulled back, and we lost. So Nvidia, $3,000 we lost on Nvidia in the grand scheme of things. As I say, wasn't great for us. Then we traded Peabody Energy again a little bit. So let's go back to Peabody where we traded it here. Okay, so we traded this on the move up. So we got this move up. That's when I spotted it, the consolidation, and then we got this move up here, and we traded that. We got an extra couple of thousand, well, an extra 1,000, I think it was. We were 2,600 up before that, and then we got an extra 1,300 on this move up here. So that was Peabody Energy. And when it started to pull back, we exited. We actually got stopped out. We were using stocks, trailing stocks, and we got stopped out on this candle here. So that was Peabody Energy. Then we traded the absolute mental case that was Huari. As you can see, this was on the scanners, and it moved up nicely. Halt. Then it resumed slightly higher into another halt, gap down, resumed up, then into another halt, it gapped up, and then I'm watching this for a resumption, because I'm thinking that the momentum here, it gapped up on resumption again, and this is when I got in here. And it pulled back. I was about $13,000 down. I then was 17,000 up, and it pulled back again. So I exited. I tried to lock in as 17,000. So I exited again, and I managed to make $5,000, just over $5,000 on Hardy. It did move up again, another halt, and then pulled back, and it was just so volatile. The problem was I got in, the spreads were about 70 cents. I think it was 72 cents, something like that. And the spreads were, so I knew that there was risk there. But I took 1,000 shares. And as soon as I got in, the spreads went from 70 cents to $3, which was like mental. After hours, it went to $12 spreads, between $12 between the bid and the ask. It was granted, it was up at like $120 a share, so it was like 10% was the spread, which is ridiculous. But anyway, I watched this again. I didn't like the look of this. It was so volatile. I thought about trading it again, but it was just so volatile. The spreads were huge. The volume wasn't huge either. It was just dangerous. It did come back later in the day, and this is what happened. So later, I'll just show you this. Zoom out. So you can see that later in the day, it then started to make this move, and I'll zoom out so we can see this move up. Very volatile. So this move up here to 67, then pull back all the way down to 53. So there's a $14 move there in the space of 15 minutes. And then it halted, moved up into new highs, broke $70, halted at about $73, gapped up, I think it's $8 gap up, straight into another halt. And that's where it halted for the rest of the day. So actually it halted here. So there's, if I just zoom in here, it halted, gapped down slightly, then halted up again, and then into another halt, straight into another halt to the upside. It resumed after the close, and then it shot up, pulled back, then moved back up again, and it was just mental. I was looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, I'm watching it, but this is very volatile. Then it started to pull back, and when it started to make another move back up, I'm thinking we're going to go. So I took 100 shares here at $112, just under $112, and I got out at 122. So made just over another 1,000 there, but this was just an absolute mental stock. $155 it went up to, so it's like over 400% up on the day after hours. It's just weird. Anyway, the best trade I took today, because that was more gambling in the after hours and chasing momentum here in terms of the correct way to trade. There was a lot of risk involved in that, and probably it shouldn't. If you wouldn't trade this type of stock if you want to protect your equity. It's a very risky, big reward, high risk, high reward. You can make lots and lots of money trading a stock like this, but you can blow up your account just as quick. You can blow up your account in a matter of seconds trading a stock like this as well. So I wouldn't recommend it. Anyway, I'll show you the Roku trade as well. So this moved up steadily all day, and we were able to trade this in quite a few places across the course of the day. And the first time we traded it would have been 11:44, so would have been here. So we traded it, got this pullback to this level here. I drew this support level here, and I drew it through this bottom, from that bottom, and it moved up. It then bounced again. So I got in here as it moved up and was able to trade that fairly well. It rode it all the way up to $52, trying to break 53, but then it pulled all the way back again. I've got that. That's recorded. That part of the trade is recorded. You can watch that after this summary. It then consolidated a bit and then pulled all the way back down, as you can see, to this exact same trend line, and we were able to trade it up again, and then it pulled all the way back down to this trend line, up again, to the trend line, up again, and we trading it every time it hit the trend line. We were able to trade it, and it was just so consistent up until this. I think this was our last trade here, and then it pulled back and broke it and sold off. But if I just zoom out a little bit on this, you can see how consistent. This is technical analysis in action right now. For anyone that says technical analysis doesn't work, just show them this chart. So we've got this upwards trend line, and it moves up. You take a position as we touch the trend line as support. Next candle makes a new high. That's when you take your position, and you're able to do that again and again. You got a few bits and pieces of consolidation, but it comes back down. You get a new high. It moves back up again. Comes back down. New candle makes a new high. You get back in again, and you use your stops, of course. So you take profits along the way and all the way up. This went up over $53. So I was able to trade this effectively. Made over $6,000 on that today, and that took me not just green over gold. It took me considerably over gold, and then we ended up finishing what, 14,500 up on the day. So we were 2.5 times gold coming into the close, the power hour, if you will. And then we finished the day $14,500. So happy days. That puts us now $5,500 up on the month, and it puts us. We've got about $500 to make up in terms of the drawdown from yesterday, but we're $5,000 up, $5,500 up on the month. It is only the 3rd of November, so we've got tomorrow. We have a green day tomorrow, more than $500. We've cleared the drawdown, and we're back on trajecting into the upside. We're back at the all-time highs. So that's the aim tomorrow, and that's what we'll do tomorrow. We're back at it tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market opens. We start our live stream. I'm trading live here on YouTube. I'm also streaming on Twitch and Twitter and TikTok and yada yada, whatever flavor you're having yourself. But you can join me here 90 minutes before the market opens. So that's 8 a.m. market time, New York, East Coast. It's 12 p.m. because the US hasn't put the clocks back for daylight saving yet. That happens this coming weekend. So that's 12 p.m. in Dublin or the UK or Ireland. And it's 1 p.m. on the continent of Europe. I'm going to leave you with these 3 trades that you can watch from a replay standpoint. So this is Moderna, the first trade I took. It's Peabody Energy, which was the 3rd trade I took, and the first $2,000 of the Roku trade. So enjoy, and I will hopefully see you again tomorrow. Take care. Some good volatility on this. It's up at 138 on the ask, 137 on. So this is $1.50 on the spreads on Moderna. But it can move. Couldn't quite get the top of that, so I'm just taking half off. I'll take all of it off, actually. I'll lock in $1,600. That's a nice little scalp. BTU moving up. Breaking highs. Went to 10 cents. Well, Peabody had good earnings. It looks like there's quite a bit of bullish sentiment in the energy sector today. Oh, between the spreads here. Lock some in. It's a nice quick 900. And what I'll do is I'll just, what are we? Set a 20-cent trailing stop. I'll see if that's wide enough, that 5,000, but 20-cent trailing stop, we'll see. What am I trading, Mohammed? This is Peabody Energy. Oh, the ticker is BTU. So it's stocks. If you're wondering what is the instrument I'm trading, it's stocks and shares, equities. We're $2,600. So we're 3,300 up on, 3,400 up on the day. So we're not too far off today's goal. Oh, nice. Let's see if we can get 60 cents on this. Yes. $53. We're going to break $53. Giving it enough wiggle room. I see it break. $53. Oh. I got stop take. Oh, it's over $1,000 on Roku today. We're gonna get 53 now. We're over 53. We've done it. Okay. Let's see. That. Take half off there, and then I'm gonna put that 30-cent trailing stop in place. Got stopped out at 53. Made $2 grand on that. Okay.